Hello,
Okay,
everybody.
go ahead.
Welcome to the stream. My name is Markiplier, and welcome to Batavia by Night Vampire the Masquerade, which you guys voted in mass. Oh God, it's just it rolls off the tongue so well I can't not say it. But yeah, welcome everybody who's most likely watching the stream archive to Batavia by Night, this shitty little Vampire the Masquerade campaign that I put together for the memes for my friends. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna summarize what happened last time because Bone B already summarized it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, let's go to our character introductions because I love seeing this page.
Don't we all?
Uh,
Ah, anyway, so we got 50 Penny, the student who has
oh,
been
that's what he looks like.
the student.
Thought it was just a chest.
Thought it was just a bulky chest. A student who's been dragged into the world of vampires, delayed, who has been made into a vampire as some sort of sick joke, as a traitor. Raul punished Menendez. I'm gonna pronounce the punished every single time I go here. A man who has been also suddenly pulled into this vampire charade.
Go fig.
So last time we left off, we were at the Prince's Haven, where Mr. Worldwide and Prince Leonhard is listening to Raul Menendez here. Raul Menendez basically sort of panicked. You never see Menendez panic, but now it's real because now he's all alone, and his friends are somewhere in Europe somehow, and Prince Leonhard has finished making his preparations. He's putting on his coat. He puts on a cape because man has to go out in style even to a strip club. Basically, you see Mr. Worldwide make a few calls. Maybe he's using telepathy because his mouth isn't moving. But yeah, then he finishes his calls, closes his flip phone, and says, "Well, I think we are ready to go." Comrade, are you there? Hmm.
Turn on the mic.
Agriculture, are you there,
Get
Mr.
that mic on,
Anderson?
boy.
Yes, Mr. Anderson. Do you wanna ride with Prince Leonhard, or do you wanna use your van? I hear your chair creaking. I know you're there.
With the prince.
With the prince. Okay. So you basically
Mhm.
you
Chair. We heard that gaming chair of yours.
Damn, you have a gaming chair?
ultra
Damn.
professional gaming chair. So you
I know,
guys
bro. That's why
you
he's so
guys
good.
all
Comrade
walk
chair
out.
stream when.
You
Just
follow
kidding.
Prince Leonhard out. He's leading the way, of course. He has to be. He walks with a
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
dignified poise as you follow closely behind Mr. Worldwide, who's like this fucking 6 foot bulking of a man.
Ugh, wham. So wham.
He's so wham. You head out the ivory tower from Jakarta. It's just starting to be around. It's starting to be still the night is still young, so you have some time to make some preparations. You all go down and head to his car, and his car is basically like this BMW. He rides in the back seat, and Mr. Worldwide is the one chauffeuring him around. He's his driver, of course. Uh, and he says, "Well, to the strip club, sir." He says, "Yes, but not for the reasons you think I am going there. This strip
Of
club
course.
belongs to Mr. Delayed." What is Delayed strip club name?
Hmm. The club.
The club.
DE.
The
The
club.
club.
It's like in
DE.
regular show. It's
Yeah.
box, not the box.
Yeah, bro. It was like
Dig Club, DE Club. So you all, so you all head down to the club, the strip club. Don't worry, I pulled out a empty one. You see, in the Lades Bar and Gentlemen's Club, it's not just like an old school 80s strip club where it's just tits and ass everywhere. No, it's more like it has a millennial twist to it. It's sort of like a cafe. Some of the girls are fully clothed, respectable, halal, halal even. But right now it's empty because it's going to be used for a certain ritual. So let me just pull out all the characters. We got the Primogens, Quest, who's in the corner, Ming Zhao. They're all sitting around. If I can get Ming Zhao here. There you go. We have Ige Lang T also here. And now we got a Quest. Oh crap, I just realized his token is so small compared to the others, I don't know why. And then we got Abuelo.
Small PP energy.
Abuelo, who doesn't look happy to be here, but he sort of seemed like he does wants to be here. As you can probably tell, Abuelo and Quen Leonhardt do not, Quen Leonhardt do not like each other. The colonialist versus the freedom fighter, basically. So we got the head of the clans here. We got a Quest of Ventru, Mingzhao of Toreador, who's fucking drinking champagne even though she doesn't need to. The headmaster from Kripix University. And of course there's Abuelo, who's Bruja, woo woo. And I got two new characters here that I need to show off. We got another fellow Bruja member, Agent Garuda, was still uploading because I didn't buy his Phoenix packet.
yo.
He looks so out of place. Okay. And we got one more person. This older looking gentleman walks in from the bathroom. He zips us his pants. He drops his smoke onto the floor, and I don't know if the lady would be mad because of this, because this guy just disrespected the rug like that.
Yeah, you're lucky. I'm in I'm in Pennsylvania right now.
He just got sent to Brazil. You're lucky. This is an old,
Yeah.
particularly looking man who wears who isn't outright when he used to be. He's probably a Nazi from his hat, but he doesn't wear the uniform anymore in the modern day.
Him.
But you also see a particular looking sight. It's none other than the father. Father, what are you doing here? In fact, the father is being surrounded by two women. I thought that was haram behavior.
Oh, that father.
This is not
Oh
very
my God,
kosher.
Wow, father. I trusted you.
And then he was like, my son, Raul Menendez, please do not tell the Catholic Church about me being surrounded by two women of sin right now. And he's just being like, he's just
Two
being
women of
like
sin.
hugged by two fucking scantily clad women who's obviously vampires, or else they wouldn't be here.
Of course, of
He's
course.
basically saying, I'm trying to liberate these two and bring them to the house of God, but they are currently trying to
Uh-huh.
tempt me into paying them for private dances.
Uh-huh. House of God. Yeah.
Don't worry, I paid, I gave them many tips, so I may have used
So
the donations from the church to go here. He's not even changed. He's still wearing his like abbot clothing.
mm,
So everybody knows he's a priest here. And everybody's like,
the priest.
Father.
Priest.
Anyway,
Father. The sound of upset.
what would gun sales clan be? Would it be Bruja or Gangrel? I mean, the Nazis are
Wait,
probably not very furry kind of people.
Wait, that's gun sales?
Yes, this is gun sales.
What happened?
It's very
Yeah,
old.
dog, that's gun sales. Welcome to the board, Mimali.
He's part of the Anarch clan. Not Anarch clan, but Anarch group basically.
Mm,
He's an anarchist. Become
Okay.
ungovernable.
Of course.
You can see the tension between like the Camarilla and the Anarchs. Basically, like, yeah. I mean, they're trying to basically roast each other. Like, damn, bitch, you look like this. And like, Kois basically goes,
Damn.
at least I don't
look like
smell
this."
like a homeless person from here.
Oh my god.
You smell like a
The
gas
roast.
chamber, Nazi. And hey, one of them like points.
Hey, yo.
One of the lesser vampires points at like gun sales, who just sort of like snarls at him, like, "Hey, I fought against the Soviet. I fought against communism. What did you do against the PKI? Nothing."
Hey, Pablo is there.
Yeah, Abuelo. Everybody
Oh,
knows
Abuelo.
the 30 September movement was made by vampires.
Wow.
History.
And the priest is just ignoring all this while he's trying to be like, he's trying to be so casual about sinning right in front of everybody. But then
Just sinning.
the prince sort of like stands up, sort of says, "All right, everybody, calm down. We have a problem." And you realize that our three main protagonists there two are missing, and there's only one here, and it's the homeless Mexican man.
Okay.
He's sort of gun sales just sort of says hi to Menendez and says, "Yes, my Nicaraguan friend. It's been so long since we have met each other. I have to thank you for giving me that home in South America, in Argentina. I even got to live so close next to Hitler.
Mm.
But unfortunately, Hitler
God.
died just last year. I'm very sorry."
This is our business.
Mm.
Have you killed the CIA yet?
No.
Oh yes,
think
because of the whole vampire thing, the CIA thing has to wait.
Of course. Also, are you
A
a
vampire.
vampire now?
Yes, I am a vampire. Why do you think I lived for 100 years?
I thought it was just German tech.
German technology.
German tech.
There we did have this branch where we search up supernatural archaeology. It was Himmler actually. Himmler was a vampire. The
Oh,
Gestapo,
okay.
the Gestapo
Oh.
actually was full of vampires, but nobody really talked about that. Everybody just thought we were doing Nazi stuff. That's why the Allies were tricked so
Okay.
easily.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Those silly Americans, they even brought the vampires back home. But enough of that. We must save
Enough
your
of that.
friends. Yes, everybody like suddenly starts focusing now. Like, all right, we weren't here to argue with each other. We're here to save their friends.
Mm.
The Civil
Mhm,
War arc does not come until months later.
Civil War arc. Ding ding.
And then
Ding.
and then like Mr. Worldwide just sort of stands up like, "Whoa, Ferb, not yet. We haven't reached that part of the anime yet." Kois basically says, "Alright, well, clearly the smartest person in this room is the one with glasses," and he looks at the old lady that's obviously Kripik's headmaster, and she just settles down her book and basically says, "Well, that's a bit racist, don't you think?" And I just said glasses. I wasn't talking about you being Asian. We're all Asian here, except for obviously Abuelo and fucking me and okay, maybe I'm half Asian. My Dutch parents
Abuelo.
married an Indonesian, but clearly the Nazi is not an Asian.
Abuelo.
But then like Gunsale says,
The
"Look,
Nazi is not an Asian.
look, Germany has allied with Japanese because we think the Japanese are the super race of Asians. So technically, it is okay being Asian as long as you are the best Asian."
Local Nazi ends racism.
Exactly.
Nazi ends racism. Great sentence.
It's not a. I mean, yes, we killed many ethnic groups, but that's because they weren't strong enough. And everybody just says, "Shut up! Nobody wants to hear your fascism." Anyway. Okay. Quest Plus. Have you prepared the sacrifices? And he sort of says, "Well, I don't think my child will appreciate me killing some of his girls, but it's the only way to get him back." And they just pull out these like these people that delayed were going to fire anyway, and they pull them out. They're currently in like a dazed state, so when they kill them, they won't cause any unnecessary pain because that's just unprofessional.
Professionals have standards. I
Yes.
see.
So what we are supposed to do is draw a symbol in the center stage. Somebody get the stripper pole out the way. And the other some of the more worker vampires like detach the stripper pole from the stage. And then they bring this huge coffin and they place it in the middle. And then basically, well, Mr. Worldwide, it's now your turn. And Mr. Worldwide nods. He grows a few claws from his finger. He only uses his thumb. And then he says, "I am sorry, women. I was going to put you in my next music video, but well, orders are orders." And then he executes them in the middle of the stage and uses their blood to draw a symbol on the floor. It's probably the symbol of the Transylvania fucking Society of Vampires or some shit. I don't know. It's like a retirement home, but for vampires. And they basically close the coffin. And Ige Langte starts to speak and read from her book. And it sort of looks like a scene from the Exorcist. She just starts fucking going haywire. And everybody looks at each other like, "Is this supposed to happen?" And then Quest Plus is like, "Nah, she can handle it." Like how she handles this dick. Hey,
Nah, she
up
good.
top.
Hey.
The only person who gives him a high five is the priest.
The priest.
Abuelo is talking to gun sales and Agent Garuda for a second. And then when she's finished, she says, "Well, the portal is ready, my friends." And everybody's like, "Yeah! Are you sure this is gonna work?" "Probably. You might end up in Brazil, but, well, let's just say you signed the contract. So, yeah.
Oh.
And even if you end up in Brazil, that means you're just going back to your home, right?" I mean, we've never met a Brazilian vampire, so this might be a new experience for us.
Yeah, you're right. Brazilian vampire.
Menendez, is there any preparations you want to do before you prepare yourself into the coffin?
You have any last words, Master Mr. Anderson?
Let me check the chat. Gun, do you have weapons? Weapons? Why, of course I have weapons.
Gun, do you
What
have
weapon do you want, my
Gun.
Freud, my Nicaraguan Freunda? That's probably not a German word, but it's been so long. Sniper. Yes, let me pull something out from a crate. He brings in these two like neo-Nazis that came from the
Okay.
back room, and they're carrying like a crate, and this crate is like full of like weaponry. This is like not even it's not even modern weaponry. Everybody looks at it like, ooh, this guy came prepared, but instead he like pulls out this raggedy ass looking sniper rifle from World War II, and they're like, okay, never mind. I think they're gonna die.
My
He
God.
gives you a Gawer 42. I think that's the name. With a sniper rifle with a scope attachment and two stripper clips. Nice. I just write that down in Raul Menendez's character sheet. A Gawer. Details. Add. Oh yeah, you still have Al Haid's dust, by the way.
Ashes. He has everything.
Oh yeah. The prince can sort of like sense it. Actually, is that Al Haid? Oh man, I haven't seen that guy since high school. I wonder what he's up to. Oh yeah, he's dead. Because I can smell him in your
Oh
coat.
my.
And he's like, bring out the jar. Menendez, you wanna
Bring out the jar.
show him your jar of dust and ashes?
The jar.
Ashes. You want to show
Absolutely.
them ashes, man?
Menendez just sort of like respectfully shows his jar of ashes to the prince. And like Abuelo just says, oh my god, this guy's a lot more crazier than I thought. And the prince is like, well, I guess we can guarantee the portal, because we need an essence of the original vampire to actually open the portal here. And since he has
Essence.
affiliations with an affiliation with the Samichi clan, the Mr. Worldwide graciously takes the jar of ashes from Raul Menendez. He checks the jar to see if there's anything weird inside, but no, it's just a jar of ashes, thankfully. He sprinkles them like Salt Bay around the coffin, and the coffin just sort of starts smoking from the inside. And it starts, everybody feels like heat coming from it. And, you know, as vampires do, they hiss because they think that it's going to burn them alive or something, but it's just some sort of supernatural thing that just happens. And then they're like, well,
Of course.
this came from 50% to around 80% of success. The Hitmaster says. We have two people accompanying you. Basically, we got Gun Sales, the general. He's old, but he can still prove a fight. And we got Agent Phoenix, who's sort of like a rogue-like character. He's an assassin. I guess you could say he swoops in from above like a bird and takes out enemies.
Early bird gets the worm. Early bird.
He says to the priest says to Menendez,
Yeah, bird.
Menendez, my child, are you hungry right now? Do you hunger? Do you need sustenance? I actually came here to give you guys some of my blood bags.
Ooh.
By the way, Raul Menendez, you have 3 hunger. But as you can see, I have gotten distracted by these women. These terrible, terrible women who's trying to seduce me.
Distracted.
Yeah. sort of like pulls out like a box from his coat. I have preparations. This came from the local hospital, but do not worry. I have tested this blood. It does not have any sort of disease in it. It is pure
Okay.
blood. And Raul Menendez, sort of like a Capri Sun, stabs a straw that came with it, that was taped into it, and starts sipping. And it sustains his hunger back to only one.
Oh.
Unfortunately, there is not enough. We don't know if the blood will stay intact when you go through the portal. It might explode in your coat, and we do not want to ruin your good white coat. So, Menendez, Gunsales, and Garuda surrounds the coffin and says, well, I guess Menendez should go first. They open the coffin and you just see this dark abyss of black. It's not delayed black, but it's pretty dark in there.
Dark and gray, dark and gray.
There's a stool right next to it for you to climb into. And Igelanti says, brace yourself because you're going to fall. We're not going to close and then you fall. You're not going to close the coffin and then you fall in. You're going to instantly fall in.
Oh.
And one by one, you all descend into the coffin before it closes back, and you can see the light from the strip club sort of get smaller and smaller as you fall deeper into the dimension hopping fucking coffin that is Al Hayed's coffin. When you fall down, you can see there are posters of dojins posted around Al Hayed's room. Maybe a body pillow here and there. Manga. Video games. But for now, it's just endless falling. And we cut to black. Haha.
Nice.
Back to Transylvania. You guys are still, after waiting around in this like tomb, you decide, well, we're not just gonna stay here. And the portal that came back to Indonesia is obviously already closed. It's destroyed. You look inside and it's just an empty coffin. The other coffins are also deactivated. You don't see anything. So that's when you guys decide to head out. So I'm gonna move everybody to the new map that I just downloaded.
Nice.
Da 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 da.
Cool. Look at that.
You guys, let's pull out your tokens here. 50 penny, you are here looking out the window with delayed over here. You are in one of the many coffin rooms. Outside you can see it's a clear catacomb, but strangely enough you don't see any skeletons. Some of the bodies are still stored inside the tomb, but some of them are missing from their resting place.
Okay. Easy.
So who's gonna go first?
Not me. Haha.
No. Actually, I don't know.
You guys peek out into
You
the
want to go
hallway.
first?
Both of you peek out into the hallway, and as soon as you do, you hear nothing but the sound of footsteps echoing throughout the chambers. So clearly you're not alone right now.
Oh, no, not alone.
You are not alone.
You're not alone.
You can hear the cliche thunder in the background
No, the cliche.
as there's a thunderstorm playing outside. me see. Yes. Who wants to venture
Yes.
into the hall first?
I'll do it.
Delayed. It's very out of character for you, but you slip into the hallway very carefully. 50 Penny follows after, sort of slowly.
Slowly.
The sound gets very, very, very close.
Oh. Ooh.
Mm.
You
Okay.
look around, but you don't know where it's coming from, as you don't see anything. You don't feel anything either.
Oh.
Delayed.
Okay.
And 50 Penny. Let's see your abilities. Details. Blood sorcery, blood taste. Corrosive, poison. Acid blood. Not drug acids, but acid. Let me make a quick token for a minute. Do you guys want to try and look around? Describe to me what you're trying to see.
What do we see?
Yes. Where are you
What
trying
do we
Where are you
see?
trying to look at, basically?
Down the hallway, probably.
Down the hallway, you see almost dark, damp. There's only a few torches lighting the area up. Clearly, this guy is trying to make zombies spawn in his dungeon. I hate this kind of people.
And spawn. Of course.
But you don't see any sort of movement going around in the dungeon. In the dungeon, you start to feel your eyes start to adjust in the darkness a lot better. But then you
Of
hear
course.
not just one footstep now, but you hear several, and they sound very
Oh, God.
They sound very moist, like they're sticking onto something.
Moist. Moist footsteps. I hate that word. Moist. Yeah, moist footsteps.
Moist footsteps.
Moist.
In fact, you feel sort of a moistness. Delayed, you feel there's a moistness coming from your hair.
Oh,
Hold up.
moist. Very moist. Oh, God.
You
I
feel
hate
your
moist
hair,
things.
and you can tell there's a spit type of texture coming from the ceiling.
You do not like that.
So when Delayed looks up, he can still see past his sunglasses, because
Oh, God.
his
Never woke up. Oh, no.
his sunglasses
Oh, no.
has no effect on his vision.
Of course, dog. Come on, dog. The drip.
You know, like vision is all red. Delayed is all black.
Oh, I see nothing but the darkness. I was born by it, raised by it.
You look up and there's
I
this
am darkness.
creature.
Oh, shit.
This creature,
Creature?
like sticking
Oh,
up to the
no.
ceiling, with its head turned back, and this gaping mouth
Mhm.
with fangs on both up and down its jaw, just sort of like drooling on
Oh,
top
God, that's not good.
of top of Delayed. But it doesn't
This
seem
is
to
not good.
notice.
Notice.
In fact, there's like so many of them, fucking crawling all over the fucking walls. They don't have eyes, but they also don't have nostrils.
You have nostrils.
Their ears are deformed, but you can tell they're almost totally blind. Their senses,
Oh.
their senses
Oh my
are,
God.
Holy jeez.
That's a lot. That's actually a lot, though.
You should.
Be
Could you
careful.
guys? Oh my god.
Yeah, this is unhealthy.
definitely unhealthy.
That's an unhealthy amount.
They look very skinny, but they look really fast, and they have really sharp appendages. And
Oh, God.
Delayed tries to gasp or like say, "Oh shit," but 50 Penny just sort of like quickly clasps his mouth shut, like, "Shit,
Oh shit. Right.
oh shit, a rat,
Shut.
a ghost."
Oh shit, that ugly bastard thing.
The skinless monsters don't really notice 50 Penny's movement, but you can tell their head sort of like snaps into movement as soon as they hear something.
That must be the scariest shit.
In fact,
Yes.
they're running of like the single footstep sends one of the monsters into the center of the room, and they bump into each
Oh my
other.
god.
And as soon as they
Oh.
bump into each other, they start fucking brawling with each other like cats. They start biting at each other's neck like until they stop to like listen again where the sound is coming from.
Yep, sounds like cats.
The sound of the rain doesn't seem to bother them because they know it's just the environment. Right now, they're looking for the sound of people moving within their territory, their hunting grounds.
Mm.
How do you guys want to do this? This is like a stealth mission.
Do this.
Stealth is not optional this time.
Stealth is not an option.
I mean, stealth is.
Oh man,
stealth is
I'm
not
black
an
in the darkness.
Stealth is mandatory.
Oh,
It is not an option this time. It
mm.
is mandatory.
It's okay. Okay.
These guys are way too high level. Why? I don't know why I put them here, but hey, attention.
Yeah, I mean it's to make up for last week, innit?
Exactly. You guys have to use your brain.
Brain.
You can
Wait.
tell.
Oh yeah, I actually have 3 intelligence now, which is
Yes.
gas. That's so
Delayed.
How many do you
see,
have?
You see around your.
How many-
you see
how
around
many
the
do you have?
floor. There's many bones, and rocks and rubble, just on the ground.
Mhm, of course.
Gotta use your cranium.
Use those objects as the diversion. And
Where do you
use
want to
them
throw it?
for-
You can click and hold.
What?
Where do you want to throw it?
What do I have?
We're
Hold
here,
on.
and
Can I check
probably
what my
somewhere,
items
like,
are?
Far.
Probably here. Okay, so
Ooh.
with you, Betty, you pick up like
here.
a
Or
a
like
piece
here.
of probably
Need to
someone's
chuck something.
femur.
What do I have?
So probably someone's rib cage from the floor. This place has been rarely accommodated. There's no gravekeeper, there's no undertaker to take care of everything. They just put the bodies here and left it out to dry. You pick up
Where- how-
you pick up a piece of bone and you throw
Ooh. Oh yeah, there's bones. Shit, never mind.
You throw it into the far end of the hall. You have 4 dexterity. Wow.
Yeah, dog. Come on, doc.
You only rolled the bare minimum. That's 4 out of
Success.
2. You have
Dos.
50% chance there.
That's too close for
You
comfort.
throw the bone, and
Bone.
you don't like. It's difficult to do this without having to make silently. Your clothes rustle, and
Mm.
the one from the ceiling starts to inch closer towards the lathe, and the lathe's just being covered in like
Oof.
fucking monster drool. Like, how are these monsters
Oh, God.
drooling? Why?
Oh no. Oh no.
Until the bone lands on the middle of the room, and then it stops, and then launches away over here, and all the monsters just sort of gather in one place to like look at the bone. Like, oh my god, a boner!
Look at the bone. Look at the bone.
Boner!
Bone air. Because I threw it. That's
Quickly,
nice.
as soon
That's
as their
very nice.
their moist footsteps just sort of slide around the floor, you start like moving towards the
Damn
end.
it, moist.
But as soon as you make it to the hall, they look behind them again, like instantly. They sort of snap their neck back,
Damn it.
and then you sort of stop, like how in Jurassic Park you just go, if you don't move, they can't see you. Everyone knows that's a lie, but that's a pretty good lie. Very memorable quote. You see in this hall,
Yeah.
there's boarded up. It's boarded up, so you can't go there without making any noise. Unless you can turn into a bat, and nobody here has the skill.
No.
To turn into
We're
a
not
bat.
the beast like Comrade. We're not the beast
Comrade.
like he is.
I mean, Comrade can only turn into a cheetah.
Shit.
The worst.
Close enough.
You look into the
How many-
hall over here.
Is there
one
an
with
agility? Hold on.
all- One with all the torches, and like for a split second, the water starts to overflow and turn from a very clear bluish
Oh,
color
God.
to a very shitty brown texture, sewage even. And who came out but Raul Menendez, who looks very clean.
Damn.
Raul Menendez looks
Damn,
very clean.
Raul.
This is probably
Raul,
like the pool
Raul.
of cleaning. But because the pool of cleaning is only a one-time use per night, the water instantly turned into a shitty brown.
Damn it.
Pain.
Yes. Now,
Pain.
50 penny. Raul Menendez, you have a +1 in charisma checks, in social skills because of how clean you look. You no longer look like a homeless man. You look like a refined gentleman.
Oh,
A
from
very
homeless
old-
man to refined gentleman.
Yes,
That's a
refined,
bar
old,
right there.
rough. He's very mysterious. He's the most interesting man in the world, even. But he's still a drug dealer, so as long as you don't bring that up, you're pretty good. You're pretty Gucci. Soon after comes out Gun Sales and Pocket Phoenix.
Hey.
Hey, that's my
I'm
guy.
not even gonna call him Agent
That's the
Garda
boy.
anymore. He's Pot Phoenix. He's Pot Phoenix.
Of course.
And then Gun Sales, who also comes out. And then he sort of looks around
Damn.
and says, this place looks very familiar. Himmler once took us to a field trip here once.
Oh my
Of
days.
course you do.
He was trying to search for old Aryan artifacts. But then, you see like in the distance, Menendez sort of almost like gets excited, like, yes, my comrades, they are still alive. And he was about to say like, hello everybody. But Menendez, Delayed and 50 Penny just like from the distance make an X motion with their arm like, no, stop talking. And they point at the
shut the-
5 monsters in the other room. So what do you do, Menendez?
Menendez, you gotta do something.
Holy. Where
Help
is
us,
the
please.
exit?
You don't know what they're pointing at, but you can tell they're telling you not to do something.
Where is the exit actually?
There are many exits, but the most obvious one is the boarded one over here.
Ooh.
There are other coffin rooms who God knows where leads to. They probably lead to Japan. Here they lead
Ooh,
to
we should go
Detroit.
there first.
This
No,
leads to
no.
Detroit.
Detroit, no. Can't have Shen in Detroit. I'll lose my dildo bat in 2 seconds.
Speaking of Detroit, can I earth meld?
There's few patches of dirt that the stone dilapidated, and now you see an exposed exposed pieces of dirt everywhere. But there are still some parts that are fully decorated with like stone slabs, so you can't go through that.
Oh, okay. In that case, let's throw rock.
Where?
Rock.
Yeah.
Do you smell what the rock is cooking? What the cock is cooking?
You're off, done
Okay,
it.
Raul Menendez. Let's see. You have dexterity of 2. Hmm. Oh, okay. So you throw the rock. The water makes a splashing noise, and instantly one of them like lunges over here and starts like smelling the moist feet touches into the water, and they start smelling Menendez. And
Oh
as
god.
soon as he was about to attack, like swing wildly in the air, they hear the second noise, which comes from the other coffin room that probably leads to the Asian continents. And then they jump towards there, and soon after, the other pack follows. Boom, 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 boom. Oh no, boom. And then Gun Sales just instantly, like, pulls a lever from somewhere. And then this like stone this stone door collapses from the ceiling and blocks off this part of the room, and now they're completely blocked off. Let me just draw that quickly. And then the monsters try to break out. You can hear they're like scratching from the other side of the door. They're trying to like bite their way through, but it's no use. The stone is just too thick for them. I guess it's the right word.
Thick stones.
The other pack members don't really jump towards them, but slowly just walk towards the area of commotion.
Oh god. Slowly approaching.
They slowly approach. They crawl towards the fountain area until you see their ears perk up. And it's sort of like a spider senses. They start snarling. And now they know that there's a danger in that room. And they're probably going to attack Menendez now. Because,
Ooh.
surprise! These creatures also have a hive mind and can probably communicate to each other with telepathy.
Oh god.
Oh,
Just like in the quiet place.
It's like how dolphins make certain noises to warn other dolphins that there's a fucking shark around, or they want to mate or something like that.
Bro, is that loud?
Bat Phoenix, he instantly earth melt, and he just disappears onto the floor, and you can't see him.
wait, he can earth melt.
Yeah.
What is that?
So I decided that Bucket Phoenix is Gangrel, and Gun Sales is Bruja.
Okay. That makes sense.
Or he could be La
That makes
Sombra,
very sense.
but I haven't looked at the La Sombra skills yet. They're basically Ventru but edgier. Imagine Delix and Quest Plus but they wear big titty goth GF clothing. So Delayed and 50 Penny, what do you want to do?
Hmm.
Menendez can also do something.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
We can't talk to each other because we'll die.
Sweet.
Probably.
There's 2 of them, and the 3 of these guys are trapped. But you don't know what will happen if you make a very loud noise.
Very loud noise. Oh god.
your vibrator, your vibrator does make a small like battery noise when the rotors start like shaking.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Vibrate them to death? Because
Just shove 'em
their
in there.
senses of hearing are so, and their senses of touch are so sensitive that if you try to like stick a dildo up their ass, they will die of immediate like sensory overload. Biology. In fact, Delayed would know this because he knows particularly about the sensory
Yeah, dog.
organs.
I own the club
He
for a
owns
reason.
the club for a reason. Yes.
I'll tippy toe over here. So
Okay, Delayed. Do you have
and
have a stealth check? He doesn't have stealth.
mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna do
Of course not, dog.
I'm gonna do a stamina roll. M roll through 2.
Well, I have bare stamina though.
Wow. So, Delayed
Dude.
successfully tiptoes
Ooh.
over to this side
Oh,
with
no
little
sound,
noise.
baby. The darkness. I'm one with the darkness.
He's
The
one with
darkness
the
is
darkness.
with me.
Even with the torches still lit up. I mean, the torches don't matter anyway because these creatures can only see from
Yeah.
hearing, from sound.
Any sense but seeing.
He disguises his footsteps with his cloak. The cloak is sort of dirty, but hey, it's for a matter of survival.
fine.
The drip can be
I
stained.
know.
The drip can be stained even
drip
just
can
for
be
a
saved.
moment.
Mhm.
So I can live to show it off, so I can live to flex another day.
that's such a quote right there. That is sick.
50 penny, what do you do? They're now side by side to each other. They look like sort of
Yeah.
like how a cat prepares to pounce.
Can I pick one to distract them so I can shove my dodo bat up in there?
Yeah, do you know how a
What a
cat
sound.
pounces? They go into this like position, basically, like that.
Yeah, the
They don't literally like torque,
Mm.
but yeah.
yeah. Starts twerking.
Kripik, oh my god, Kripik is the one with that broken mic now. How the
damn it.
turntables.
How the table, the turntable.
You all just sort of stay silent as 50 penny picks up yet another rock and prepares to throw it near
How the
toward
turntables.
There we go.
but particularly near the creatures so that they don't go far away from Delayed's trajectory.
Mm.
Delayed starts aiming very, very seriously. He's like a hunter. Hunter prepared to kill his prey.
But this time, a black man shoves a dildo bat up
Oh,
a
that's
monster's
perfect.
anus.
You barely make any noise
You love to see it.
as the pebble lands
You love
faintly
to
on
see it.
this floor. It's on dirt, so they can particularly feel the vibration of the earth, like shake
Mm.
as one of them pounces to catch the pebble. The other one looks distracted, and this is when Delayed makes his move. Let's see. He has a melee
This is
skill of
where I
1,
make
2,
my
3,
move.
4, 5. That's 6. So yeah,
Damn.
Emerald. Why am I in all caps? 6, 6,
Why
3.
am I in all caps?
Wow, it doesn't recognize capital M. It's too strong.
The M is too
You
strong.
perfectly
Ooh.
like sort of like a
Dude,
swordsman. You
shove 'em.
instantly like
Shove it in there.
Zoro
Hell yeah.
shoves it while you are turning on the vibrator, so that you don't waste any
Of course.
time. In mid movement, you turn it on, and as soon as it starts vibrating, you shove it. You don't even know if it has an anus. I haven't actually. I didn't think that far ahead.
There's a hole, there's a way.
I didn't think that
There's
far
a
ahead,
hole,
but
there's a
these they need a hole to like. I mean, they purely. Why am I even considering this? Why am I making up lore about their
This is
excrement?
something
I'm
so
just gonna
wrong.
say they have an anus.
I'm just gonna let him carry on.
Anyway,
I was like,
you probe them right in the behind, in the tata, in the tutti lutti, in the humana
Uh-uh.
and then like it screams it starts screaming like a primal fear scream, like "Ah!"
Ayo, Tarzan sequel hitting different.
You know how the Japanese
If Tarzan was blind.
have this like the one where you aim where you aim two fingers towards a guy's anus while he's like bending over.
Of course.
Like
Oh,
they're
that, yeah.
particularly
1,000
brutal.
Death no Jutsu.
Yes, 1,000 death. They're particularly brutal with that technique that they shove it so far up someone's ass it starts bleeding. This is what happens. The creature
My
literally shudders, screams in pain. There's a moment of bliss, but at the same time, mostly pain. Oh, and then it fucking falls over flat because it's the muscles start cramping up, and then it starts bleeding from its ears because there's this like ringing in their ears because it's like the eardrums are being shaken up by the vibrator.
Of course.
And the fragile body just sort of like slides out and just fucking collapses and dies. And the other one who catches the pebbles in front of the fountain looks back behind him because he sensed that one creature from his pack just died. That's when Garuda pounces up from the earth, pulls out like a knife, and just fucking slams it right into the brain of one of the creatures.
Ooh.
But surprisingly, it's still alive, and instead fucking sends Garuda into the back wall.
My God.
He in fact goes through the hole, and you can see the outside. And this is a particularly high part in the castle, and you don't know if he fell or not. But right now, you have to worry about the one that went berserk here. I'm gonna delete this one because it just got anally probed to death.
Haha. Sucker.
At this point, it starts screaming like hysterically and starts swinging around violently. It's going to aim towards Delayed's position. So 50 Penny, what do you do? And what do you also do, Menendez?
Not to touch it.
Oh. There's only one guy left.
Yes, the others are trapped behind this stone wall.
What if like we all gank him and just scream?
So you drown out the screaming with your own screaming. Menendez starts screaming very loudly to assert dominance.
Screams louder.
In fact, he uses his protean powers to just fucking start screaming louder. It's like a werewolf's howl and a fucking chimpanzee screech. It's like the chupacabra scream. It just goes and there's just like a screaming battle going on between two creatures of the night.
Tyler, he didn't look homeless anymore.
Tyler won convention.
That's one way to put it, man.
Basically, I'm gonna do a stamina check because I need I don't know how long your vocal cords will survive after this.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have
How
intimidation,
good is your throat?
surprisingly. Actually with protean.
Protean
That's
strong.
5, 6, 7. That's 7 dice. I forget that he doesn't have the influence of negative race like Delayed does, so it's just gonna stay 7 dice. Emerald 7 versus 5. Let's see who wins. Oh, that's bad. So the screaming, Raul Menendez is not able to match the screaming of the blind and fucking noseless creature. In fact, his throat starts to sore because wow, he's been screaming for like at least 60 seconds by now.
Oh god.
Ooh.
And at that point, Gun Sales is like, well, it's time to pull out the Luger. And then instead, he fires in the air 3 times in this like echo chamber room of like screaming and hollering, and the creature covers its ears when the gun rings out, and you can see from its ears it starts to bleed once more. I think its eardrums are broken.
Let's go.
50 Penny, what do you do?
Let's go.
In fact, you can see a bat flying through the room now.
That's
50 Penny, what do you do? Actually, I can do a line here. Beam. Do you guys want me to draw something cool?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to draw.
Nice.
Draw.
What?
I was trying to draw a swastika, but I drew the Iron Cross instead.
Shaking my head.
But anyway,
SMH, my head.
50 Penny, what do you do? The creature is holding its ears in pain because it's ringing. There's just ringing going on in its ears.
Mm,
Oh, and by the way, Garuda's knife is still stuck in its skull.
oh shoot.
ooh. I don't know. The back of the head is a vital place, so might as well just smack that with a bone.
You pick up a
Don't have
very
any
sturdy-looking bone
weapons?
from the floor. Hopefully, this isn't some
Use
old
your
man's
chest,
bone.
bro. Look at it.
Hopefully, this
Just
isn't
use your
some old
chest.
man's
Just slam
bone
it.
you're desecrating.
Some old man's bone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Sounds like a Pirates of the Caribbean side story.
This
Use the
isn't a
old man's
blade
bone.
weapon, so you can't use your jack of all blades. 8.
Blade.
It's not sharp. The bone is not that sharp.
Oh! You quickly, like, club the back of the creature's head in its specific point.
Oh, kill him.
In, like, a pressure point. You, like, sort of,
Yes.
like, in your head. Batter up! You smack him in the back of the head, you bonk him. Horny jail.
Bonk.
And then it just sort of, like, huh! Seizes up and falls on the floor right next to the other one who got vibrated to death. You can hear there's
Look
muffled
at these deaths, man.
There's muffled screaming going on behind that stone wall, but it's clear that
Ooh.
Gun Sales is not going to open that wall anyway. It probably
Smart.
all the coffins
Good.
there probably led to Detroit. Who cares?
Good. Detroit. Just to Detroit.
Bucket Phoenix suddenly appears in the middle of the room from the bat that was flying around in the chamber, picks his knife back up and says, well, that was one way to embarrass myself, isn't that right? 50 Penny. Dun dun dun! It's me, your old roommate from Kosan.
Hey, you bitch.
I was from the Kosan. I was in
Nice
the
to see you
newspaper
again,
club.
bitch.
Remember me? You went to me to find the cult, the magic, the club of magic from the university until I mysteriously disappeared. I probably hired the wrong hooker at the wrong time.
Wrong hooker in the wrong.
Probably same here, I don't
Wrong
know.
hook.
And
Hook,
since
man.
we both got dragged into this vampire business, am I right or am I right?
Am I right
are
or
right,
am I
man.
right? Like,
But anyway, you all look at each other, do your reunions. Menendez, you walk up and say, my brothers. And you all do a fist bump. Ting! Like an 80s
guys,
action
wait,
movie
can
bit.
we get a roll for the fist bump? Did it work or not?
Ding!
Did we miss?
No, you're not. I'm not gonna do a roll for your fist
Aha.
bump. If you roll a 1, you're gonna
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
break
we
each
did it.
other's fingers.
Oof.
Okay, so we actually hit our. We hit our fist.
Yeah.
There we go.
You all fist bump each other, and Menendez explains the situation that is going on at home. The Council of Vampires has been formed, and the two groups that I have met, the Anarchs and the Camarilla, I wasn't paying attention. I was mostly talking to my Nazi friend, who was hiding in Argentina. As Gun
Nazi
Sales introduces himself in the background, I wasn't listening at all. I was mostly thinking about guns and drugs and my sister Josefina.
I keep forgetting about Josephina.
Yeah, your sister complex.
Like, Sister complex. She's dead.
It is.
Pocket Phoenix goes, well, very unlucky for you, 50 Penny, to be raised in the shitty group of wannabe Twilight cosplayers, but you know, it is what it is.
Twilight. Wow. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You guys shouldn't. But we'll leave the politics for later. Right now, we need to find the daddy vampire in this castle and fucking bring his head in a pike. Gun Sales, yes. Oh yes, I love bringing heads in spikes. I used to do that to the Jews. Pocket Phoenix says, when I crashed through the wall back there, I found out that it's still nighttime. It's a full moon actually, so I feel like we might get some extra powers. I mean, we're not werewolves, but there must be some sort of like supernatural like power up we get automatically
Of
from
course.
full moon, right?
Super powered gacha.
Can you guys climb? Are you guys good at climbing?
Am
I
I
don't know.
good at climbing?
What skill do you
50
need for
Penny,
that?
you sit in your room all day reading about vampire sorcery. How do you think you're good at climbing?
You're
Okay,
right.
you have 3 stamina and 4 dexterity, so you're good. You're technically good. But you don't have a dedicated skill for athletics.
Yes.
That's
Delayed has a major in biology and science for some reason.
yeah, dog.
Of course he does.
Study the human body.
The human body. Yeah, Raul Menendez has 4
Oh,
stamina.
yeah.
You can tell he climbs a lot. We can use the side of the building to skip some parts of the hallway. Because I don't want to look at a bunch of old boomer Transylvania crap. I just want to go straight to the boss room.
Oh, of course, of course.
In fact, while you were discussing which way you were supposed to go, you see somebody break down the wooden barricade from the front door over here, and they walk in while whistling like doo 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 doo.
Oh god, oh god.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, what a
no.
good day!
Oh, spaghetti, oh.
What a good day to be taking care of the catacombs very late in the evening because I am a master vampire. It doesn't sound like a master vampire.
Mr. Vampire.
And then you see this like guy holding up a lantern. like sort of like stop in the middle of walking, while everybody turns their attention towards this guy. I'm like, oh my god, who are you guys?
Huh.
And then he just
Um.
sees like this multinational diverse group of vampires just standing in the hallway.
So diverse.
You people are not from here, are you? What are you doing in the master's castle?
Uh.
Feeling.
Building. Is that literally what you're saying, building?
Building.
Building. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's
Bruh.
see.
Building.
Roll for 3. Oh. Building. Ramanan just says building, and then he points at the stone floors and all the shit that's like falling apart in the catacombs, and he says, "But I thought the builders were not supposed to come this evening. There's a very important meeting going on. What? Should I just leave you, or should I invite? Do you want to come to the ceremony?"
I mean, sure, we're kind of bored.
I guess it is your break time. Have you all had tea yet? We have this very special tea. It's called
Tea.
Oh, tea.
eyeball and testicle tea. It's my master's favorite, and then
Ooh.
he just walks away. You guys come with him, or do you want to sneak away? And wait, he comes back and says, "Wait, where are the pets?" And by this point, the blind creatures have already like deflated onto the floor, and Delayed and 50 Penny are just trying to cover the site. And there's nothing to see here. I probably went to sleep already. Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Don't go to this part because this sends you to Africa. And Africa is having a civil war right now, basically. There's just so many people with AKs, so many dictators, so many just people, so many fucking terrorist groups. I don't want to go there.
Oh my. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, mister.
And yes, yeah, right, let's go to the ceremony. Alright, so your decision. Branching paths, because I like that.
Nani?
Branching paths.
Ranching paths.
You can go through the outside or you can go through the inside.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Inside, outside, outside, inside.
Who in this group has a phone?
Think none of us. Do we have one?
Yes, but I don't bring them.
Damn. Okay, so nobody here has a phone.
That's probably bad.
Alright, so which way do you guys want
Wait,
to
seriously? None of us have a phone? Oh shit.
What do you guys think? In the outside,
Mm.
you can adventure. On the inside, it's probably closed.
Hmm. I'll go. Wanna split? Or
I mean,
You better fold like an
I-
omelet before I split you like a banana.
split like a banana?
We aren't hunting any ghosts, but I don't.
I got a Scooby-Doo split up.
Oh, there's 5 people, so we can't evenly disperse. That's probably not good.
One person can
Not
be the
perfectly
diplomat
balanced.
that walks through the building with the guy with the lantern, the gravekeeper.
I'm not going with him. I don't trust the guy whose master likes ball tea,
Testicle tea.
testicle tea. I don't trust that. So
Eyeball and
I'm not
testicle.
gonna go with him.
Who wants to go with him then? Somebody who's have high intellect, who's good at discussion.
I'm that guy, but I like how I'm that guy, but no.
I mean, does Ron have wit? Does 50 Penny have wit? Does he have roasting capabilities? He does. He has 3 wits.
Yes.
Nice, nice,
So Garda basically says, well,
very nice.
I think me and 50 Penny will have to see what the midget. No, why do I keep remembering about the midget?
Wow,
We'll
wow.
see what the gravekeeper has to offer. You guys can check out the path that I showed you earlier.
Okay.
Rest in.
So now I need to find a bunch of new pictures now. Alright. Castle roof. Night. What's it Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you.
Coming
Gonna
after
solve
you.
that mystery.
Mystery. Scooby Dooby Doo.
Coming after you. What's new Scooby-Doo?
What would Scooby do? Hey, hey. You solve this mystery. Why is it lo-fi? What would
Lo-fi.
Scooby do? Lo-fi Scooby Doo. My God. Oh yeah, lo-fi Scooby Doo with.
Yes, let's go.
That bangs. That slaps.
Oh, the Neuschwanstein Castle. That's pretty cool
Ooh.
looking. Let me just quickly download
Wolfenstein?
that.
Wolfenstein.
I'm gonna search for Scooby Doo lo-fi real quick.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, coming after
Doo.
you.
Who the fuck are you? Wanna know this mystery? Scooby Doo. Oh shit, that's not it. Intro.
Actually, this is more of a Renaissance castle, is it?
I can't wait until. Oh my!
This exists.
Alright, now, prepare yourselves.
It's real! It's real!
What the hell?
I love it.
Elsewhere,
You love to see
Scooby-Doo.
it.
I like the font that you use, it's always so edgy.
So edgy.
So, who wants to have their scene play out first? In particularly, who wants to get fucked first?
Oh, okay.
What? Hold
What?
up.
Okay.
Wait a
I
minute.
come back from my mic being dead, and this is what I hear first.
Wants
Yeah.
to get screwed over, basically.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way.
Not me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll
I think
And,
Menendez is the master of suffering.
Master of the Suffering, yes. Well, people on the rooftop are gonna have a very pleasant surprise. Oh god, I look back at my folder and I see a map called 6dungeon.jpg.
Woo! Oh yeah.
Woo.
Dungeon JPEG. Woo!
Why didn't I name it the
That's
Point
it.
Studio? Or anything normal? Like level 2 or something.
Nah. Sex Dungeon. Dungeon for life.
No, I wouldn't want for life. I would like a
Come on, Doc.
hobby.
For life.
A hobby, maybe.
Hobby. A hobby.
Hobgoblin.
Scooby Dooby Doo. Coming after you. What would Scooby do? Hey, I came, I saw, I praised the Lord, the break. That's my theme song. That's the Wade's theme song right there.
I praise the
I came,
Lord.
I saw, I came, I saw, I praise the Lord, the break, the Lord. I take what's mine, I take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours.
Alright,
Oh,
let me
God.
get the rest of these guys' portraits. So, Menendez, Delayed, and Gun Sales, they walk out and start climbing this side of the building from the catacombs out to the rooftop. It's the catacombs are placed in this high tower-ish building.
Okay.
If their models would load. Hello.
Kripik's group is so hilarious. I like how our pictures, our group comrade is so serious. Look at our pictures, and then there's Phoenix and
Okay, and then there's 50 Penny with the wham.
Penny, who's just a chest,
Yes.
his wham chest. That's so hilarious. Look at these three. Look at these three. They look like they're about to beat up everyone in the city, and then there's these two. The memers of the group.
So you walk up to the castle
Kripik's
roof.
wham chest.
I'm gonna do an athletics
Oh
check
my.
for everybody, actually.
I don't think I have good athletics, not you know why. I came, saw,
Roll
I came,
3,
I saw.
3. Ooh. Raul Menendez, let's see. Yeah, it's 1, 2,
Ooh.
3, 4.
Oh.
That's 4. And roll
Oh, 4.
4. Wheel.
Ooh!
Wow.
Half and half.
So, gun sales immediately, as soon as Delayed gets up to the roof fairly safely. He does it without any problem. Menendez
Of course.
slides and face plants onto the roof, and some of the ceramic tiles fall off into the darkness and make some sort of crashing noise. I think a deer probably got hit in the head.
Oh, that's poor dear. Oh
Gun
dear.
Sales, however, Gun Sales slides off, and then it's sort of like a Left 4 Dead 2 moment.
Oh dear.
It's hanging onto the side, help!
Oh.
Damn it!
You.
This is not the end I was expecting.
Yeah.
Is anybody gonna
Oh, I
help,
see.
or they're
Thought
just
you would
gonna,
die with a
they're just
bang
gonna
or
leave
something.
him hanging?
Okay.
Leave him hanging. No, I know.
God.
We'll help him. We'll help him, and then that's right,
Okay.
right.
Menendez.
Totally.
That's your friend there. That's your bucko.
Menendez, do you want
That's
to
like
save
your
Gun
Bucky
Sales?
to your Captain
Or do
America.
you want to save Gun Sales, or do you want to doom the entire generation of cyberpunk?
just make like a butterfly effect.
Just
Gun cells dies and just
Suddenly,
Just
suddenly cyberpunk red
Everyone
videos get
dies.
private.
yeah.
don't
It's
appear
just
on my
it's just the
channel
two of
anymore.
us. It's just the two of us skipping for some reason.
Then No, but then you get my
Then-
you get my inserted player character.
Ah.
Self-insert.
Yeah,
So
well, because I
only
like to see
DMX
my-
and
I like to see myself suffer. I put my
1000
woman
penny.
character in so many fucking terrible situations. Because I keep
independent.
Raul Menendez, who quickly grab onto Gun Sales' hand. Huh! Menendez, my camarade, you saved me once more. You helped me escape from the trials in Nuremberg, from all the war
Oh
crimes
my.
I committed. And now you saved me again in Transylvania from a very embarrassing death.
Embarrassing,
He
yes.
shakes your
Embarrassing
hand
is an understatement.
as he sets a foot onto the roof until you hear like an overhead. Over your heads, you hear something fly in, and you start shaking from the gust of wind, and you all almost fall off until you see.
Oh my,
Oh,
you
Uh,
fat fuck. How dare you?
What the hell was that? You all basically say, and I'll tell you what was that. You see from the top of one of the edges of the castle. It's currently raining, by the way. I completely forgot. There's a thunderstorm going on, which is why it was so slippery.
Oh my.
And
You see a squatting-looking gargoyle creature that is living, and this one looks very
Oh.
familiar. And let me just do a flashback sequence.
Oh, no.
Ooh,
Basement.
flashback.
From the basement. Let me get the thought.
Oh
here.
god. Like you guys said.
You.
Oh my.
It was the
What a
same.
twist.
It was the same
Twist.
gargoyle from the Camarilla.
Oh, what a twist.
What a twist.
Suspicion.
Oh wait, I wasn't there, so I didn't know.
Yeah,
You guys knew.
Delayed was busy. Delayed was busy getting laid, and you guys were busy in the basement.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
was getting laid.
Oh, I don't. I wasn't in the basement part,
Delayed's
guys.
like, oh my god, what is that? Well, Menendez is like, you!
No.
I remember you. Animals, do
You.
not forget. And you! Animals! Animals! Do not
I
forget
remember you.
animals! And the gargoyle, like,
You.
suddenly speaks. I escaped the chains from my masters. I wasn't going to be kept there like a zoo animal from the snakes that are the clan Tremere. Those blood magic missile casting motherfuckers. And everybody's like, whoa, who taught you how to swear? That's a bad word. That's a curse word. You're gonna go to hell for saying that.
Yeah, of course. Go to hell. That's what is gonna take us to hell.
The Sabbat has promised me freedom and chaos. I can rule over my own human slaves and not be a slave to other vampires. And
Okay.
yeah, I don't think instantly gun sales takes to his gun and starts shooting at the thing, but the bullets instead ricochet off the stone. The skin hardens
Gun
as
sales.
fortitude activates, and it just deflects the bullet.
Oh.
He picks off the brass
What a
from his
skill.
chest and just flicks it back at gun sales, and it lands in front of him.
Shit. Oh my days. That's not
You
good.
will not take this freedom away from me.
Okay, man.
What do you guys do? It's by the
Wait,
way,
you have a gun, right?
it's going to swerve.
I'll distract him. I'll distract.
It's going to swerve towards
Actually,
you.
I don't know him, so I can't distract him. Never mind. I don't know him.
I mean, delayed. You don't even. You have 2 dildo bats. I mean, the only way to destroy the stone from the creature is to crack it, and I'm pretty sure using your strength with the dildo bat and the vibration would cause like a mini earthquake within the stone.
Dang.
Earthquake. You distract him. I'll hit it. I'll hit it. I came. I saw. I came. I
It's
saw.
sort of
I
like
placed the walls.
it's sort of like a Dark Souls boss fight right now. Dang 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 dang.
Totally.
Dang souls.
Thanks.
Dang
Dang.
souls.
Dank souls. Dank souls. My goodness.
Actually, meanwhile, while all this chaos is going on and all the twists and turns are happening, in a different part of the castle. Oh fuck! I just realized that you guys are still in the basement.
I know.
There we
I was
go.
like,
There we go. You can see
we love the basement.
the gargoyle is starting to swoop in again. Meanwhile, in the castle halls, it's a very classy looking hall, and you can hear there's classical music playing. Somebody is playing the
Ooh.
piano, and you just hear sort of a fucking tune playing out, and you just it's sort of almost like drives you crazy. Like, oh god, there's no speakers in this old ass castle. How is there music playing in the halls? Who is doing that? Who is playing? Let's just zoom in on the wham.
See, look at this. Look at this group.
The
We were
wham.
like so serious. Oh my days! Look at that wham chest. So wham, so beautiful. So wham. Specifically on the wham.
So the gravekeeper sort of like brings you out to the hall and says, "Hey, so everybody, welcome to my master's castle. Do you guys know who my master is? His name is Dio.
Oh shit! Oh.
Not Dio Brando, of course. It's his cousin. Dio.
Of course.
Dio. Dio. Dio Hitler.
Yo, Faco.
Dio Hitler.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hold on. What? Sorry.
You know,
That is
Adolf did have an Aryan brother. He did have blonde and blue eyes, and he was 6 foot tall. But he was a cousin, you know. He wasn't from direct family.
That is good.
Of
Very
course.
good.
You know, like the true Aryan race is like blue eyes, blonde, white. That was Dio Hitler, not Dio Brando.
Yo. Damn, what a twist.
In fact, his name was Duo Hitler, but he changed it to Dio.
Whoa.
Duo,
Duo.
our old enemy.
Duo Hitler.
That's Duo's full name.
In fact, you pass by sort of like a Agent Phoenix just sort of says things like, "Oh wow, Duo Hitler, that's a pretty classy name," and then he says like, "Yeah." You pass by all this like nun who's just minding her own business, like, and the gravekeeper is like, "Hey, is dinner prepared yet?" And she's like, "Ugh, get away, creep." And then she walks out to a different room, and then the gravekeeper's like, "Damn, if only I didn't smell like guts, blood, and piss all the time, you know? I always have to take care of the skeletons in the night. No woman ever wants to approach me because, god dang it, if only vampires didn't have a sense of smell after they die. Then I'd probably get away with my job and still able to socialize normally." In fact, you guys see
Feels bad, Duo.
you guys see there's a there's a painting covered in drapes. There's several paintings actually. One of them is this. This is one of Master Duo's famous creations. It's a churro petra. It's a I don't know how the fuck to say it, but he discovered it in Latin America. Something from the Pillarmen. I don't know who the Pillarmen was, but they were a bunch of buff Aztecs who like to pose.
The pillar man.
They like to pose a lot, basically.
Mm.
And you see, there's this like gallant knight being overwhelmed by this bat-looking cheeker. I think most people call it a chupacabra, but I think that's mostly like a racist name. It says it. I think it translates to goat fucker. Do you guys want to see
Hold
my
up, what?
painting?
What? Oh wait,
50
this is you
Penny
guys.
and
No,
Phoenix.
no, I wasn't.
50 Penny and Phoenix just says, "No, I think we're fine. We don't want to see her fainting." And then he just shows you anyway. Like,
No, we're good. We're good.
they didn't authorize this piece being held on display, but I sort of paid them a lot to show them this painting. And you can see there's this very unflattering image of this like man. I'm actually not from around here. I'm from Orleans. That's why you see there's an alligator. That was my old pet Tina. Before Tina got killed by poachers. Yeah. Fucking
Oh wow.
Americans.
Can have shit in.
Americans.
Actually, that's me offering the cameraman drugs. That was a packet of coke. Crack. Yeah. People love doing crack in America.
Crack America.
Everybody's like, yeah, okay,
Crack
I
in
think
America.
we're okay. And then Packet Phoenix just was like, can we just go to the ceremony now? Until he sees there's another third painting. Actually, tell us about this one. And then he says, oh, the Zulu war form. That thing.
Mm.
The one that looks like a tentacle hentai. Don't ask why I know that word. The Grandmasters have asked me what that word means for a long time, and I just try to avoid the question without getting crucified.
Ah, smart.
And that's what Master Duo looks like when he's looking at scaly porn. And then Phoenix and 50 Penny is like, what the heck is a scaly? Don't. And he says, I don't know, but I think it's sort of a fetish thing. I mean, he could have turned himself into anything, but then he turns himself into that. I think it's a little bit sus, if you ask me.
Yeah. Kind of sus.
And then you just
Done
walk
bad.
forward down the hall happily, and 50 Penny looks out the window and he sees there's just this fight going on between his three friends and a gargoyle. Back to intense music. Dun 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 dun.
See? Yeah, that's basically our group. Summarize intense music.
Duo Hitler.
Duolingo. I don't remember studying that language, comrade. I don't know if that's.
Gun sales dives out the way into the other side of the roof. Menendez tries to shoot at it with his gore, but it was instantly like knocked back into like a chimney. It lands right before Delayed, who like prepares
Oh,
his
God.
katana and he starts dual wielding. Dan 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 dan. Wait, why am I playing the Pokemon music in my head?
Ding, 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 ding,
The
ding.
giant enemy spider. Pew, 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 pew. Emerald 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. Because he sort of has the dirty fighting. The dark arts, basically.
The dark part.
Oh! He uses his dark arts to aim to low blow the gargoyle. Obviously, they didn't sculpt the gargoyle's private parts, but you know, the feeling is still there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you try to slice its head off, basically. But instead, your sword sort of gets stuck in its neck. And when it rises up to, like, stand in, like, full posture, the blade gets dragged up into the air as he's holding on to his sword.
Holy.
And then the gargoyle sort of starts, like, sort of shaking around violently. And it's like a rag doll. The blade is, like, hanging on to his sword for dear life. But at the same time, if the sword flies off and he gets launched off the castle, it's gonna be a very bad time.
Very bad.
Very.
In fact, I'm gonna do what's called a brawl check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's grappling, so that's 6, 7, 8. Roll 8, 5. Yeah, that's 5. Oh, that's good. He sort of like tries to mount the gargoyle.
Ooh.
He mounts the gargoyle, and he's just sort of like riding on a
Ah, okay.
rodeo. Ah, gun sales Menendez, please do something! And he's almost trying to do his best not to be flown off the castle by the gargoyle. And back to calm music.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Ding, 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 ding.
Perfectly
ding,
cut scream. Ah!
And then he sort of, 50 Penny just sort of looks out with Agent Phoenix, Agent Garda.
It's like, oh, cool.
Damn, they're having the time of their life.
He looks like he's having fun.
They look like they're having fun. And then the Gravekeeper sort of like gets his stinky inbred looking face like right up between 50 Penny and Garuda. Like, hey guys, what you guys watching? It looks like you guys are watching a movie.
Oh no.
I'm imagining this in my head. It's
Like
so
Garuda's
funny.
like, have you ever heard
Hey
of?
man, what's up? What the fuck?
Have you ever heard
You
of
little
personal
midget.
space, buddy? And I'm like, hey, you guys are the ones who walked into the castle without any invitation, so. Still though,
Bro.
how long have you spent in the swamp? To like, how have you lived in the swamp by yourself?
Krimpik starts roasting him.
Now this is Garuda speaking, because right now,
of course.
50 Penny's doing the
course.
Mordecai. Where's the wizard tower? Is there a tower in this castle? I want to go there. Like, wow, they're really going wild out there. They're really wilding out there.
Wildin'.
Wow.
Sometimes things just need a little more context.
God damn
I
it.
never seen a fight like that ever since I saw like 2 alligators fight for like the same mate. God dang. Actually, it wasn't alligators, it was
No.
crocodiles. We call them crocs in the Southlands, and he just starts going off about how he used to barbecue, and then like mosquitoes would enter his little swamp hut. And then they
Of course.
started talking about the mud people. Have you seen the mud people? Like in New Orleans. In New Orleans, right?
New
These mud
Orleans.
people, they fucking start showering in the mud,
Damn.
and they live in these places called mud huts. Like, I don't know.
Mud hut.
I thought I'd never see a caveman, but then I saw this guy. Oh man, I just don't like those swamp people, man. I'm so glad I've flown to Transylvania, to Europe. All these high class people, all these pretty women, man.
Moment.
Fix the Mordecai moment.
In fact, while
fuck, that is
you're
funny.
passing, well, he's just sort of going off, right? He's just popping off, I guess. You see,
Pop
you
off.
you
Damn.
seriously a familiar face like walk down the hall. In fact, you see the same
All
nun
around.
walk out of the
Familiar.
room that they just entered, and then she's sort of like, "No, Justin Bieber,
Oh my god.
Justin
Oh,
Bieber,
no.
I'm trying to
Oh,
abstain
fuck.
myself for God, okay? I'm trying to stay a virgin
fuck.
for the man I love. I'm trying to do this the halal way, and then Justin Bieber's like, come on,
Man.
man. I thought things would be different in Europe. I thought you guys went to nightclubs and did raves and shit. And then you like hear like the familiar voice, like everybody can recognize this voice at this point. And you just sort of look back behind you, like, and then you hear the "Come on, man! Oh, man!" Cut back to the intense roof battle.
Oh, man.
Da, 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 da.
Back to reality.
Snap back to reality.
Gun Sales pulls out his motor katana. I got this from a friend, and then he thrusts it into the gargoyle.
Oh shit.
Oh shoot.
Take this. You.
Roll 7-5. Oh god, that's 9-5. What did I do? Why am I sharing my
What
screen?
did you do?
Am I sharing my screen? Oh no, that's wrong.
Hey, God.
I thought
Hey,
I
you're
fucking
not-
pressed something wrong.
you're not
And
supposed to see. You're not supposed to see what's God doing, man.
yeah,
It's his plan.
Ron, you're sharing your OBS screen for some reason.
Let's see
Let's
what's he
go.
doing, baby. Let's go.
Oh, now you disconnected.
Yeah.
He almost penetrates. He almost penetrates delayed, but then he misses, and instead goes for the wings of the gargoyle. It's sort of like a I teleported Brett moment. He gets like flown off as the gargoyle's wings flap, and then he just gets launched into the air and into the window of somewhere. Ah, scheiße! But then you see like one of the wings falls off as the gargoyle says, "Dang it! I should have polished this morning."
Should have polished.
Menendez, what do you do?
Sniper rifle. Sniper rifle.
Sniper rifle. You where do you
Shoot,
aim?
shoot the damn thing.
Well, we don't want to hit the lead, so
Do you want to hit it in the head?
let's try the. Yeah, the head.
You should have gone for the head. Actually, you know what? Let me sort of
dang.
look at
Oh,
Feel
kill him.
your sniper in your enemy's ass.
Enemy, my enemies. Look at this the fucking street under the sun. Feed the family, my enemies, my enemy. Something, something.
Cheese.
let's see. Oh god, these are all very strange pictures. I'm just trying to find a funny one. Wow, this is actually pretty scary
my
though.
God.
But why am I being turned on by
Yeah.
this? This is supposed to be scary.
What do you mean? Hold up, hold up. Hold your horses. Hold them tight. What? Okay, I saw. Okay, I saw. The Lord then breaketh the law. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. I came, I came, I came, I came.
Okay,
No.
I found a perfect picture. This is probably stolen in like oh, this is from Beauty and the Beast? No way. Ah, who cares? It
What?
fits.
From Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, hold on. Let me upload this.
Oh, God.
This will come in handy
I'm afraid.
later.
Beauty and the Beast, something.
Let's see.
I know what's real and what is fake.
That. Da 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 da. There's actually a very creepy version that I remember hearing about.
About what? Oh
The
god.
Quero Quero Bonito song.
Creepy.
Now
Mm.
I know what's real and fake.
Real and what's fake. Just to be taken again. Pop, 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 pop. Mm.
Okay, now we just need to put in the pictures here.
Whoa.
Yeah, there it is. Elsewhere,
Menendez,
Scooby-Doo.
actually, can you type,
So sad.
can you type, firearms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you type m.roll 5 space,
Can you do it, or you want me to do it?
3 in voice
M.
chat? Try to follow the
Comrade?
template that I did. M.roll.
Yeah. M. Dot roll.
Oh, 5.
Dot
Oh.
5 space 4. Actually, let me look at it.
Ah.
2.
There we go.
Okay.
Success
so,
2. Oh shit.
You hit it in the teeth. The teeth fell off, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. And now it's just very angry at you.
Mm.
How am I gonna chew the bones of my victims now? I mean, I know I'm made of a stone, but I have to tape this stuff, you know, before it can grow back.
Tape is real expensive. Actually, it's not.
And
I'm
then
waffling.
Delayed finally gets his sword out of its neck. You can tell there's like cracks forming in the neck now as it starts to crackle away.
Oh. Oh. Ooh. That's not.
Can't be good.
And it starts like writhing in pain.
Pain.
Very painful.
Welcome to Spain without the S. Beach.
Let's see. Actually, since he's gone, he got launched off. Delayed got launched into like a different part of the roof.
Oh no.
Menendez is
There I
like
go.
backing away as it keeps shooting it at the head. Dun, dun,
Shoot at the
dun,
head.
dun, da, 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 da. Right now the gargoyle only has like one wing and like half a jaw, as it's slowly being chipped away.
Haha,
And
bitch.
back at the castle halls, elevator music is playing. Like, hey, you
Bang,
new kid,
bang,
new kid,
bang,
Justin Bieber, stop harassing the women in Master Castle, man. And then Justin Bieber is like, come on, man, wow, man. And there's just like this battle of mans. Like, hey, man, you can't just harass women like that. And then Justin
Hey,
Bieber
man.
is like, hey, come on, man, I'm just trying to make
Okay.
friends, man. Man. And then the woman just literally
Man.
like, I'm going to go pray now. And she just fucking waltzes off. 50 Penny, what do you do?
How are you gonna react to this situation, man? What are you gonna do?
Like, I don't think Justin Bieber notices that you're behind,
His wham chest.
Swam chest. Right now, he's totally focused on the Gravekeeper.
Of course.
In fact, why is there a Vietnamese guy in the background? What? Who's with you?
What?
Who's that? The Vietnamese guy, and he's referring to Pocket
The
Phoenix.
Vietnamese?
And then Pocket
Wow.
Phoenix is like,
Wow.
I'm not Vietnamese.
The disrespect. Disrespect.
50
His
Penny,
name.
what do? Do you have an action you want to do? You want to talk to him?
Wanna talk to him? Talk to him, dog. Talk to him. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby. Tell me what's on your
50 Penny has
mind.
a lot of mic issues right now.
Technical difficulty.
Technical
How the
difficulties.
turns have table.
And right now there's just fucking chaos happening in the background, the window.
Yeah. One of those cut moments like ah. Ting 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 ting.
Actually, like in a different part of the castle, in like a very small confined room, there's this woman just sort of looking in the mirror like, oh my god,
Woman.
oh, I have to look pretty for the prom tonight. Ah, yes.
Hmm.
I will now look outside the window and feel very
Oh
and
God.
admire the castle that I live in. My father's
Um.
my father's worked so hard on this castle, and then like this random German guy wearing a trench coat and a Nazi hat just fucking crashes through the window.
A random German.
Hold on, let me animate his spinning. You guys see him
Oh
spinning?
God.
He's currently
Oh
spinning.
God.
He's spinning.
Work.
He's spinning. Oh shit.
Why is he spinning?
He just crashed through the
He's
window
spinning.
of this random girl's room,
Oh my god. Oh no.
Yes.
and then she doesn't notice like the battle going on in the rooftop, but she sort of does look at Gun Sales, and Gun Sales just looks up and says, "Aha, ma'am,
Mamma mia.
it's been a while since I've been to the German states, to the fatherland," and then she just sort of screams, "Ah! What are you doing in my home?" Well, as you can see, I am currently fighting a skirmish between the German Wehrmacht and the I assume communist gargoyle. A gargoyle? You mean Steven? You named him Steven. Now that's a very un-German name. I would have named him Stefan.
Stefan.
I don't
Stefan.
care. Why are you in my room? Get out right now! And she just sort of like uses her like Samichi powers to turn him into rubber and throw him back out the window. And instead she
Oh my.
misses and breaks another part of the glass.
Great.
Back at the castle roof. As soon as Menendez is about to like be cornered and fall off, and the gargoyle is going to fucking push him off the ledge and into his doom,
Oh God.
you can see Gun Sales. A very distinct German battle cry is heard as he launches himself towards the gargoyle, and the gargoyle sort of realizes that with one wing he can't fly, and he falls off the roof into the courtyard,
You can't.
sort of like in slow motion
that.
right now, like
Paraplegic.
no.
Paraplegic gargoyle.
This was not supposed to end like this. He sees a glimpse of a 50 penny through like the windows as he's falling towards like the main garden. You Tremere blood witches, I will free. My spirit will live on, and I'll free my gargoyle brothers from your bondage. Crack. And then he like falls into like a million pieces as he turns into like cement.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
the end of him.
You can see there's like a innocent gardener like just trying to like maintain the flowers, and then he just sees his handiwork being destroyed by like the gargoyle crushing every single rose in the garden.
Mhm.
And he's like, oh, why must you do this to me? I'm just trying to
Why?
I'm just trying to make the master happy. And back in the castle halls, 50 penny, you look at Justin Bieber, and Justin Bieber is right now arguing
Justin
with the
Bieber.
grave robber. The grave robber is still talking about.
Yeah.
You can't harass the nuns, okay? They're just women of God.
Productive
Talk to him.
conversation.
What?
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Ah, yes, productive conversation.
Yes.
Productive conversation.
Justin Bieber says, well, you know what? Heck you, man. I'm just gonna go back to
Oh.
Lord Duo Brando, Duo Hitler, Himmler, Stickler,
Hold up.
Stickler, Detective Gadget,
Stickler in the.
and I'm gonna go do errands for him. And he's like, yeah, go do that.
Okay.
Play, fuck boy. Go make a TikTok or something.
Man, really just Detective Gadget.
Go make a TikTok or
Detective.
something. And then while he's like, yeah,
Detective
I think I
Gadget.
will make a TikTok. He slams into 50 pennies wham. And then he like backs up
Wham,
and just looks
jump.
at, wait a minute. Oh
Bruh.
no. Oh no. Wait. Yeah, wait,
Oh,
these
no.
guys aren't Vietnamese. These guys are Indonesian. Where did you guys come from?
Stupid.
Why are you guys in Transylvania? How are you guys in Transylvania? No way. I thought you guys got arrested. I mean, arrested.
How dare you?
Did you guys get the money? I'm here to infiltrate the castle too, you know. Like, man, I finally got a
What?
good job from Quest Plus, and now I'm infiltrating the castle with you guys. I'm so glad we met.
Your mom's
So
arrested
glad with-
for giving birth to you, which is a crime.
Oh
No!
Whose man is this?
What do you do after that
You
sick
just roasted
roast?
him
That
right in
sick
front of his
roast.
face.
How do I do a roast? M 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
6, 2.
That's
You did 4
Oh,
damage to him.
Damn.
He
Oh.
receives 4 emotional.
Mm.
He loses 4 willpower.
Oh my god.
Nah, man. Believe me,
My
man.
god just destroyed
I'm here
Justin.
to infiltrate the Sabbat too, man. Look, man, jeez, man. Like, look, man. This dual Hitler guy is pretty hardcore. He's trying to take over Indonesia. Like, there's so
Mm.
he already took Pakistan. He already took
my-
Niger. He took Detroit.
Oh wow.
Detroit's Sabbat.
Oh, Detroit.
He took
Can't
Brazil.
have shit, Detroit.
Can't have shit. I don't think the Anarchs in Camarel, they're being beaten back, man. We need to fight back to the Sabbat, man. He says, yeah, we're rebels, right? And he tries to fist bump you.
Right.
High five.
Fist bump. High five. What you gonna do? Leave him hanging? Slap him? About to do. There's a lot of options. Here.
Half-assed fist bump.
You want to punch him in the face? Is that what it is?
Wow. Okay, man.
Only stupid people
Punch
do
him.
that.
There's a
Punch
50
him.
penny just
How
says,
dare you?
fist bump.
Suck a dick.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a surfer dude. And then the grave robber is like, wait, what's this about infiltrating the Sabbat and duo Hitler? Are you guys spies all this time? And then he goes, oh no, I'm not letting spies onto the
man.
ceremony. If only my pet crocodile Tina was still here before she got eaten by that snake. And it was a big
Oh,
snake
wow,
too. It
that's-
was like an anaconda, even though anacondas are not exist in America. It's like not their habitat, you know. They're not in the swamp, they're in the jungle. But the swamp is sort of like a discount jungle, right?
Sure, man.
But then he says,
This guy's
wait
high
a
on
minute,
something."
you guys are spies from Indonesia coming to take down the castle. And he says, well, I get, guys, I really wish we could have been friends, but I'm gonna have to report this to my master now. And then he's sort of like,
We got
is in the middle of obfuscating. He's in the middle of going invisible.
Invisible.
And you know, Agent August is like, no, 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 take us to the ceremony. And then he's, hey, don't touch me. I can claw your face off. And then he's sort of like, August starts choking him. Okay, I'll take you to the ceremony.
Beaver, you stinkcuck.
What's a good American name?
John, Mark, Sean. It's a good. Yeah, those are the only ones I can.
Those are good names. Those are all good, very good names. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, white boy names.
This woman like comes back into the hall, and then she goes, "Oh my God, Sean, Bob, Mark, Billy Bob. You cannot believe what I have just witnessed. This German Nazi-looking man has crashed into my window and they killed Stefan. Stefan. Oh my God, they killed Stefan." And then he looks out the window.
Oh.
And then he sees like the gardener crying over this like pool of cement that's covering the garden. Oh my God, they even took out the garden. You know what? We need to tell this to Mr. Dio right now when we get to the ceremony. And then the Samichi woman is like, yes. Oh my God, she's like shaking her hands trying to fan herself. She's like part teenage girl and part Karen.
Oh no.
Poor Karen.
The corn. I almost called him corn dog because of his haircut. Belly Bob is like, oh my God, this place is getting crowded. Oh my God. And then the nun is sort of like, is the ceremony starting yet? And why isn't Justin Bieber kicked out yet?
How is Justin Bieber not kicked out yet?
You know, Justin
We'll
Bieber.
never ever know.
He's only here because he defected from the Camarilla, and now he's going to be turned into a vampire by fucking one of you people. And then, like,
Wait.
Justin Bieber is like, shh. Yeah, I totally didn't. I defected. Yeah, totally. And then, like,
My goodness.
Billy Bob just sort of like forgets that he's being threatened and intimidated like a minute ago. After he got choked by Agus. I'm like, oh my God, I never
Agus is
had this
bossing
many people
everyone.
in the castle at one time. But this also, man, coming to Transylvania is the best thing ever. I could have spent my entire 1,000 years in a swamp, but I guess this'll do.
Okay.
And then they all like sort of en masse walk down the hall. And then the nun like starts speaking to Mr. August like, where have you come from? You don't seem to be very European. And then he's like, I'm from Greece.
You don't seem very European.
I'm from Greece. Actually, I'm some Greece people are more tan than others. Well, no, not a lot of Greeks have small eyes. And well, I have small eyes because I used to be a marksman in bow and arrow. And then the nun's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Great, smart.
Wham, Mr. 50 Penny, how do you intend to socialize in this large group? Mr. Magic
50
Missile,
Wham Penny.
Mr. Blood Sorcerer.
That should be his middle name. Like, bro, Punish Menendez, 50 Wham Penny.
All 50 Penny does is sit in his wizard tower, reading shitty doujins all day.
Yeah. 50 Wham Penny. So how did you get so wham? Every time you do 10 push-ups?
Yeah, it's just like
Every time I get horny, I do 10 push-ups.
the long necked woman is like, huh, you, person with the Coomer hand. And then like the nun slaps like the taller woman, says, "Who taught you the word Coomer?" "Billy Bob did." And Billy Bob's like, "I didn't teach her nothing."
Billy Bob.
She says
Bob.
Coomer because one of 50 Penny's arms is a lot buffer than the other. But it's from doing blood magic, I swear.
Yeah, sure. Blood magic.
And he
The
says,
magic of the
"Well,
blood.
I suppose I was doing rituals. 50 Penny, I'm gonna do a composure check. You have one composure.
Yeah.
How do you expect to win this? How am I? Wow, one composure.
What?
He has one
What?
composure.
One composure. Wait.
Okay,
What?
I'm gonna do a different check.
One
Instead, I'm
composure.
gonna do an intelligence check, and you're trying to
I have
you're trying to
three. Fucking
you're
hell.
trying to impress them with
Composure.
your intelligence.
I'm so
1, 2, 3,
composed.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in chemistry. So Emerald 8. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people here, so that's. Wow!
Hmm.
You
What?
rolled a 1.
What? See? So
He
you
says,
did the Mordecai.
He starts saying something about blood magic, right? I use my blood magic. You know, I can control blood in other people's bodies, and everybody's like, "Wow, that is so interesting. I have a lot of friends in the Tremere clan." And then he says, one time, I get a very hard boner, and I use evaporate blood to extract the blood from my penis to get rid of the boner. And then for the entire day, I did not have a boner. So I can induce erectile dysfunction on other people by taking the blood away from their genitalia. Because how an erection forms is when blood rushes into the lower parts of your body, and everybody's just sort of staring at him like, "Wow, bro, you got the whole
Erectile
squad laughing."
dysfunction. Composure.
Oh,
Why? Why can't it come Mordecai?
They all look at him like this.
So sad. He's so upset. I feel so bad.
Good.
50 Mordecai penny. Oh my god.
Meanwhile, in the
GG, man.
rooftop, you all just sort of like heal each other. Delayed heals each other with his fortitude. Let's do a rouse check.
Of course.
He gains 1 hunger from the hungriness. He's trying to expel his magic onto other people, sort of like to heal each other. Actually, meanwhile, 50 Penny, I'm gonna do a rouse check.
Ooh.
50
Oh my
Penny,
God.
you become so like embarrassed and angry with yourself that you become more hungry. Like, oh god, why did I say
Wow.
that?
Wow.
Oh, I could literally like suck the blood out of everybody in this room, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, because you'll fuck it again.
Back in the castle roof, gun sales Menendez and Delayed, you all reach this like tropical, this like greenhouse sort of area, this like cathedral that sort of has hanging gardens just pile onto the floor, and there's this one person in the center who's sort of like giving a speech. You're standing in like a skylight, so it's like a glass roof overlooking. The moonlight is overlooking like the cathedral sort of area. And
Ooh.
that's when we ended here.
Ooh.
We ended it on
Wow.
Starting.
50 pennies embarrassing display of social interaction.
It's part of the character development.
It's part of the character
Yeah,
development.
and then after this, you'll get weighed by talking to a girl.
Maybe
somehow,
talking to the
You're
nun.
right. You're
You
Make
like the
her
nun?
so horny so fast. You'll get weighed.
I don't want to make another fucking love interest for 50 penny.
Love interest.
Maybe Kushina was not
Another
a
one
love
in the
interest,
lower
but
realm.
at the same time, oh god, why? I'm so tired.
Uh,
Did you know that a narration is formed with the blood rushing to the lower parts of the body? And by using my blood magic, I can give people erectile dysfunction by giving them anemia localized within the lower part of their body. So they cannot have blood erecting their penis at
uh,
all.
one out of 8. Oh my god. That is
Back in the strip club, they're just sort of like gathering. Everybody's just sort of like talking to each other. The father who promised to go back to his church after Menendez left is still there with the same two girls. In fact, he's being surrounded by more vampire strippers.
oh
Oh God,
wow.
Lord, forgive me
Oh,
for all I have done. May the Lord have mercy for me. Abuelo and Quest is having a conversation like, you know that I cannot agree to to those terms. And the prince is like, well, who takes care of everybody in the city while you're just getting drunk in your fucking beach house smoking weed all day? You Mexican! Oh, and everybody like gasps.
Wow. Oh. You Mexican. He brought the race card.
Will
The race card. I repeat.
Coin Leonhardt get over his prejudice against the Hispanic people? Will the father reject his harem and go back to the path of God? Will 50 penny will 50 penny ever be able to talk to women normally ever again?
Normal. My god.
Will Menendez and his compatriots successfully ambush the Sabbat ceremony? Find out next time on Jakarta by Night.
Tung tarang tang tang. Abroad.
This shouldn't be called Vampire the Masquerade, but Vampire the Boner.
The boner raid. Boner aid.
The Masquerade. It is a. Let me pull up a definition there.
Okay. Masquerade.
Masquerade definition. A costume party at which masks are worn. A masked ball. Basically, trying to hide your true selves through a mask. We're trying to be serious, but after like 30 minutes into the game, things like that happen. And the true selves start to come out.
Like.
We'll end it here because due to everybody's lateness,